Superstorm Sandy, I cost $62.5 billion. Extreme weather results in higher food prices. Can you help me adapt to these situations in the future?
There's no money for adaptation in the Green Climate Fund. The Green Climate Fund is empty.
So the Green Climate Fund was created in Copenhagen in 2009, and it was meant to be filled with up to $100 billion a year to make sure that the extraordinary expense which climate change is now delivering on poor people's lives around the world there would be enough money to help them adapt and build new lives that were much more resilient to the droughts and the floods that they're facing. What's happened, of course, is that fund was created but remains entirely an empty vessel. It's got no money in it whatsoever. We've had, for the last 3 years, a Fast Start Finance, as it was called, and that was provided out of aid money, not out of new money. But that money is now finished, and the new fund is supposed to begin in 2013. And so far, there is not a single pledge of cash and money in the bank.
I am Cyclone Nargis that hit Burma. Millions of people were get displaced from their home and remain without food and water. The estimated cost is about $4 billion US.
There's no money for adaptation in the Green Climate Fund. The Green Climate Fund is empty.
The rich countries have to start providing finance for the extraordinary adaptation that poor countries are having to face right now, as climate change affects directly through drought, through erratic weather, through flooding. And if they can't get the money that will allow them to build more resilient lives, to reduce the level of disaster that hits their countries and their peoples, then we will see the kind of things that we saw in Sahel this year with the drought, the kind of things we saw in East Africa the year before, again with drought, the kind of flooding that's happened in Pakistan for 3 years in a row that has devastated millions of people's lives. And without the adaptation money that should be available and that was committed and promised, then we can expect much more suffering around the world. The delegates need to wake up, the rich countries need to provide the money, and developing countries need to put maximum pressure on for that money to be made available.
The Green Climate Fund is empty. There's no cash in the Green Climate Fund.